By midnight, the Bureau of Civic Continuity ran on its own rhythm. The day staff had gone home believing the lattice was merely a tool. The night staff knew it was a living archive that never slept. Elena Voss sat at Station 17, third row, fifth column, the same chair she had occupied for 9 years. The packet waited on her primary screen like a polite invitation she could not refuse. She had told herself the amber flag was legacy contamination, an old sealed death window leaking static into the graph. The system sometimes did that when a citizen's final transactions had never been fully reconciled. But when she opened the file, the timestamps were not archival. They were current. They were breathing. The screen displayed a sparse chain of partial serial reads. 3 bills, 6 weeks, a corner market on Havel Street, a fuel station 40 kilometers north, a parish poor box in the old quarter. The inference layer had drawn faint gray arcs between the nodes, labeling them reviewable plausibility of off-ledger handoff. No names, only probability weights. Yet the cluster carried the signature she had once helped train the model to recognize: irregular velocity, deliberate pauses, the statistical fingerprint of someone who understood how the machines thought. Elena's cursor hovered. She enlarged the third node. Partial serial match, 73% confidence. Last known association. Vale, Jonah, sealed death window, closed. Movement vector, active within 11 days of current cycle. She exhaled once, slowly, the way one steadies a scalpel. Legacy contamination, that's all this is. A soft chime sounded from the overhead speaker, not the scanner chime, but the Bureau's internal broadcast tone. Director Soren Quill's face appeared on the secondary wall screen, calm and almost paternal, the same expression he wore when explaining why opacity itself was violence. Citizens, colleagues, in 14 days, the recall window opens. Every remaining physical note will be exchanged for sovereign digital credit at any authorized node. This is not confiscation. It is completion. For 7 years, the lattice has protected us from counterfeit, from trafficking, from the small erosions that weaken the common body. Now we close the final gap. Bring your cash. Bring your uncertainty. The system will remember what you no longer need to carry. The transmission ended with the Bureau seal. Elena stared at the frozen image. Quill's eyes seemed to look directly at her station. A second chime, internal message. From Inspector Neil Wren. Subject: Anomaly Packet Vale Cluster. Observed elevated dwell time on your terminal. Routine audit flag. Please confirm resolution or request peer review before 0600. Elena closed the message without answering. Her reflection in the dark screen showed the same controlled posture she had worn in the market line hours earlier. But the pulse in her throat had returned. The dead did not return as ghosts. They returned as data points that refused to stay sealed. And the recall was no longer a distant policy. It was a countdown printed in clean white type across every screen in the country. She reached for the next packet in the queue, but her hand paused above the trackpad. By morning, the lie would be harder to maintain. By noon, it would be impossible. Somewhere in the lattice, a bill had moved again. Recent enough, human enough, and the system she had helped perfect was already drawing the next gray arc toward her own name.